Hello and welcome to your latest Maths Wizard video. Today we're going to be taking a look at improper fractions and mixed numbers. So the main skills we're going to be looking at today, the first thing we're going to focus on is turning an improper fraction into a mixed number. We'll go into the definitions of those two terms in a second. Then we're going to have a look at turning a mixed number into an improper fraction. So your first example here is what is 12 over 5 as a mixed number? So back to those sort of key words there. We've got an improper fraction here, and the reason it's classed as improper is because the top number is higher than the bottom number. So it's essentially a fraction that's more than one whole or more than 100%. A mixed number is a combination of a whole number and a fraction. So for example, 1.5 would be an example of a mixed number. So it's again something that's more than 100% or more than one whole. But let's focus on how to turn this into a mixed number then. So we've got 5 here as our bottom number. So what we're essentially going to do is do 12 divided by 5 here. So if we think about our 5 times table, now we've got 5, 10, 15. So we've only got 2 whole 5s there in 12. So 2 is going to be our whole number part of this. Then we've got a remainder of 2. So the bottom number, the denominator will stay the same, but we've got a remainder of 2 here because you've got 2 more after 10. So that's just going to be 2 2/5. And you can sort of visualize this a little bit if you want. If you think of one whole one split into fifths, then you've got another whole one split into fifths. You can see we've got 10 over 5 so far. Then you've got this extra 2/5 there. Then you've got 12 lots of 5. So you've got 1, 2, and then you've got 2/5 just there. So sometimes using your bar modeling might help if it's something you do struggle with. Obviously, it gets a bit more challenging doing that when you've got a higher denominator, a higher bottom number on your fraction. Next example, we've got 45 over 8 here. So we've got to think about your 8 times table. So we've got 2 8s, 16, 3 8s, 24. So it's definitely more than 3. Then we've got 4 8s, which is 42, definitely more than 4. 5 8s, which is 40. 6 8s, which is 48. So we're somewhere between 40 and 48 there. So we're going to have 5 whole ones. So 5 full lots of 8. So we're going to put our fraction over 8, and then we've got a remainder of 5 there for 5 and 5/8. Okay, next one, we've got 80 over 12. So we can write out your 12 times table here. So we're up to 48, we're up to 4 12 so far at 48, so we're definitely higher than 4. Then we've got 60. Then we've got 72. Then we've got 84. So we can see we've got 6 whole 12s there. And we've got a remainder of 8 over 12. Now, you might be thinking, oh, 8 over 12. I might be able to simplify that. So do that if you can. So if we look at this 8 over 12, 4 goes into both of those numbers. So we've got 2 4s on the top, 3 4s on the bottom. So we can rewrite that as 6 2/3 as well in this particular example. So just be aware that there may be some instances where you might be able to simplify on your mixed numbers. Okay, so I'd like you to have a little practice with these ones then. So pause your video and have a go. Okay, and here are your answers to these then. So as you can see, we've got 7 lots of 3, and we're a remainder of 1 there. 7 3s, remember, are 21. Then on here, we've got 10 lots of 5 to make 50 and a remainder of 3. So that's 10 3/5. Your bottom one, 6 7s are 42, and you've got a remainder of 3 just there to get to your 45. Okay, so moving on then, we're going to now turn this around and look at how you would turn a mixed number into an improper fraction. So this is something you might do. An improper fraction to a mixed number might be something that you do at the end of a fractions question when you've added, subtracted, multiplied, or divided. you might turn something back into a mixed number, but you might do the next part, so turning a mixed number into an improper fraction at the start of an operations with fractions question. So whenever you add, subtract, multiply or divide a fraction, it's really useful to have them as improper fractions. It's much easier to do as an improper fraction. Okay, so if we look at this one here, so the way that we do it, we're still going to have our denominator as 5. So we do 5 times 5, which is 25. So if it was 25 over 5, it would just be the 5 on its own. Then we've got to add on that 2. So that will give you 27 over 5, just there. Okay, next example. So we've got 7 and 3/8. So if we do 7 times 8, we get 56. And then we've got to do 56 add 3, which will give us 59. So we would write that as 59 over 8 for that one. Okay, another example then. So we're still going to have a denominator of 9. 9 times 9 will give us 81. 81 add 4 will give us 85. So that will give us 85 over 9 for that one. Okay, so here are 3 examples just for you to practice with a little bit now then. So like I said, this is a really useful skill that you would use at the start of an adding, subtracting, multiplying or dividing fractions question. So if you pause your video, have a go. Okay, let's have a look at the answers to these then. So here, as you can see, we've got 4 times 3, and then you're going to have that extra 3, which makes it 43 over 5. Then you've got 9 times 7, which is 63. Add on that 5, you get to 68 there. Okay, so thanks very much for listening to this video. Hopefully you found this useful. Please hit subscribe because I'll be uploading lots more videos over the next few months, all focused on topics from the GCSE Foundation syllabus. Thank you very much. Bye bye.